laboratory brought scientific evidence and proof into disease causation, disease diagnosis, and disease treatment and monitoring of treatment and management of patients.
The challenge, both for the practice and the practitioners, is to harness this tremendous development in knowledge, in science, in techniques, in technology, and makes it relevant today.
Before this project commenced in 2012, Council had a CPD policy right from the 90s, and essentially policy covering face-to-face workshops, K4H Project, John Hopkins, and with the funding of USAID in 2012. It assisted Council in revising that policy and expanding the policy.
The purpose was very clear. We needed lab scientists to be up to date in knowledge and skills. And the only way you could do that is to find a way of giving them this information regularly as the industry and technology changes.
The hallmark of the new policy really is the addition of the e-learning project, the component of it, and the fact that the component is even driven by a professional association.
The policy is to make sure that within the regulatory framework of government, practitioners are also equipped to satisfy the standard of practice that is required of them. And therefore the policy came in place, and that policy was certainly with tremendous input from also John Hopkins. The Medical Laboratory Science Council was able to put a policy in place. And this policy is also tied to licensing.
There was the great need to have an alternative that will enable people in the comfort of their home, in the comfort of their office, to undertake studies and acquire the required CPD credits.
The e-learning project is an innovation that has been introduced into capacity development of medical laboratory scientists in Nigeria. And the focus is to enhance their knowledge base of the various infectious diseases that is affecting us, and to employ best laboratory practices in conducting the diagnosis and monitoring of patient ailments that are laboratory related or associated.
For the association, in order to manage the project and also maintain the vision of sustaining activity implementation beyond the funded period, necessitated the need to put a full-fledged team, a team that will be focused on project management, project development, and be responsive to our needs as PEPFAR and as to USAID.
When we started out with them in 2012, we did not only do a NOCAT assessment. We did a leadership development program for them. We did a grant management program for them because we had in mind sustainability, so that after the programs, they can on their own develop proposals, winning proposals that can attract funding.
I joined the association in 2012. I came in as an admin assistant then, and I watched the program evolve from just in a very little capacity down to what it is today. It's full. It's amazing what the project has accomplished all this while. As the finance officer, I've had to undergo capacity building in terms of bookkeeping, payment procedures, and basically day-to-day workings in the office.
The presence of the implementing team of full-time staff here has helped a great deal, to stabilize things, not just for the implementation of the program, but also to enable the volunteer officials of the association face their full-time job as well as their responsibility to the association.
We can boast of structure now, no longer just ephemeral things. We can boast of structures.
K4H has really contributed enormously to transforming our capacities from where it was before the commencement of the project to where it is now. If you look at the impact of updated skill and knowledge, you will discover that the clients at all these phases have benefited.
For those of us that have taken the courses and those that have not taken, we realize that it has improved our quality of services to the clients.
One thing I think that is really unique about this project is that it's homegrown. The idea for it came from Nigerians, specifically from the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists, and of course, USAID Nigeria. Another aspect that's very unique is that the authors of the e-learning courses are Nigerians. The reviewers of the e-learning courses are also Nigerians, and it's really giving a Nigerian perspective.
We felt first and foremost we need a faculty. How do we recruit authors to even author some of the courses we needed to pass over? But then as time goes on, we are able to get authors, we are able to get the faculty set up, we're able to get authors, and then we're luckily, maybe with our partners, with our implementing partners, that we are able to get the authors trained.
A lot of our course authors teach in the classroom, but of course, teaching through an e-learning course is a little bit different. So what we've done is we've brought our CCPs and the Knowledge for Health Project's experience in instructional design to the association, shared it with the course authors through 3-day trainings in which we covered how to effectively communicate in the online environment.
Having local Nigerian author brings the subject matter closer to the learners. They don't have this feeling that, okay, they have to think back that they are looking at some foreign infrastructure. The Nigerian authors will bring local content into the subject matter, and it will provide a better understanding for learners.
It's necessary to monitor progress and see how our learners feel about what we do. So what I do is I take statistics, I do interviews, I speak to the scientists directly sometimes and gather information, gather data to see how well we are doing, how satisfied they are, and what we need to do to improve.
It's really improved my knowledge in the work, because most of the times you don't have time, but with the help of that e-learning, I think I learned much.
Getting most of our members that are IT shy to even embrace the IT technologies, it's another major challenge. How do we even get our people, the people that the project is meant to buy into it? We are now able to advertise so that our members buy in and know and agree and know the importance of the CPD to start with. And then once they buy in, it becomes easier.
Association of Medical Scientists of Nigeria, to me, is the fastest growing association of all the health professional associations in the health sector, because just within a very short period, the profession has been able to achieve what it wants to achieve. The respect the profession has gained over this, just within this short period is alarming.
This has been possible first because we have a shared vision. So there's a common vision by all partners involved in the implementation of this. Second is the leadership provided by the management of the project, the JHU leadership. Because we have shared vision, we also understood, each partner in this partnership understood that people are bringing in their different expertise. JHU was bringing in its expertise in e-learning. MSH was bringing in its expertise in organizational management. IntraHealth was bringing in its expertise in the infrastructure for online transactions and interfacing this with the project. The association was bringing in its professional expertise. The council was bringing in its regulatory expertise. And all of this put together created the menu that gave rise to the excellent meal we now have in form of an e-learning platform.
We'll have a clear direction of where we're heading to. But in course of this, we're able to build trust. We'll be able to appreciate one another. We're able to appreciate our strengths, our weaknesses.
John Hopkins have been a very good partner to the association, and we are happy and proud of what, through that support, the association has been able to achieve.
A unique aspect of this project is that sustainability has been planned for from the beginning. So at the kickoff meeting, the partners looked at what do they organizationally already have that they can contribute. And I think that this mindset has always been extremely important and valuable because it has allowed us to be honest about the structures in which we're working in and also what's missing and therefore why we needed to kind of change focus at times from building e-learning capacity to also building more robust organizational and systems level capacity.
It's difficult to describe the project in one word, but since you have asked me to describe it in one word.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Innovative.
Revolutionary.
I think that's how I can describe the project in one word, if it's not more than one word.